Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to the House of Rest. My name is Courtney. Today, we're going to be talking about some foundational principles of numerology. So, I want to talk about numbers in creation, archetypal energy, understanding the divine, God, source, intelligence, whatever, understanding the mind. Okay. So, everything is vibration, everything is energy, everything is frequency. So we're going to start with the numbers. So there are only 10 numbers in existence. And what are those numbers? It's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. How many times have we gone over this? But we need to go over it again. There are only 10 numbers in existence, and this is what they are, 0 through 9. Now, these are what's called cardinal numbers. But then you have what are called ordinal numbers, which talk about basically hierarchy, hierophant energy, hierarchy, the order of things, confirmations. So many confirmations. All right. So what is the order of the numbers? Nikola Tesla said if you understand the power of 369, you can understand whatever, creation, manifestation, whatever. It's like a manifestation tool. But let's go ahead and take it a little bit deeper. So 0, 3, 6, 9. This is what we understand, right? 0, 3, 6, and 9. So let's continue in that sequence. 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27. If we continue to go up in threes, this is what happens. 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27. So what happens when we drop that number to the left, to where we are only looking at the cardinal numbers in their correct sequence? It's an interesting word, right? Sequence. So that would be 0, 3, 6, 9, 2, 5, 8, 1, 4, 7. Now, these are the 10 cardinal numbers. These are the 10 numbers in all of existence in their correct sequence. Now, I received this by Gnosis, and we're explaining why that is. So when you really think about it, 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 3, 7 times 3, 8 times 3, 9 times 3. 3, Trinity, triplicity in creation. This is how the unseen moves to the seen. This is how the invisible emerges into the visible. This is how the unmanifest reveals, comes forward. I want to say compels, emerges into the seen realm. 0, 3, 6, 9, 2, 5, 8, 1, 4, 7. This is the sequence of the cardinal numbers. This is the ordinal, the positions. Okay. Now, what's interesting, we're going to take this back to what I have decided to call foundational numerology. Organizing the alphabet. Numerology is this, it's like a study of numbers, but it's organizing the letters of the alphabet according to numbers. Okay. And we typically only use 1 through 9. That's called Pythagorean numerology. There is also Chaldean numerology, which originated in Kemet or Egypt, based off of the numbers 1 through 8. Okay. Now, I have proposed, and I don't feel like I'm the first person to ever do this, but I am illustrating it and bringing it back into culture, is looking at numerology based off of 1 through 7. Now, why would we do that? 7 in creation, when we look at different spiritual texts, well, just different things, okay, 7 marks completion. Now, what I've recognized as of late is that 7 is the fullness of differentiation. That's a really, really interesting word. 7 is the fullness of differentiation, and we can see that here. 27, very powerful number. When you look at that reverse, there's the 72 angels or the 72 demons or something like that. And we're going to continue to talk about interesting things with numbers, mapping words, and things like that. So foundational numerology, I have organized the alphabet according to the numbers 1 through 7. Now, in musical law, you have A through G. And then once you get to the eighth note, or let's just say even the eighth letter, H, that is starting a new cycle, right? God, the universe, creation, it works in a spiral. Okay, so it starts at one point and then it grows and then it grows outward and then it continues to grow. It's a spiral, it's a cycle to infinity and beyond. I know I closed up a circle, whatever. Anyway, so this is what's happening. Okay, so we have 7 colors in the rainbow, 7 chakras along the spine within the body, 7 days of the week, 7 deadly sins, 555 on the counter. Love, love, love that synchronicity. Devil energy. 555. When 5 emerges, when the truth, okay, the 5, this is why I also like teaching with, according to tarot symbolism, so that we can see the picture, right? So we can see the picture. Also with the sky, real sky astrology. The stars are up there. The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. The stars are up there and we can connect the dots. But it's very static. When we inflate to the point of adding meaning and symbolism, we're able to see a bigger and, if not clearer, picture. Okay? So using art, illustrations, right, to illustrate a point, to help you to understand, I think it's interesting to inflate, right? Even Jesus spoke in parables. Sometimes it's not helpful to just see the truth, but when it's a story, when there's meaning, when there's symbolism, it's as if you can understand or connect with it more. The resonance actually goes deeper. So we have 0369258147. Looking at 1 through 7, according to musical law, 7 being related to a number of completion within the universe. That is a reason why I proposed that we did look at the alphabet according to 1 through 7, so that we could see the basic, the foundation, the building blocks, right? When we were kids, we used to play with building blocks. We learned how to build. And there's something about taking things back to the basics, okay? But also, that is the fullness of differentiation. Is up and through 7, okay? A through G, and then when you get to the 8th note, it is the same. It's the root. It's the tonic. You've returned to source. You have returned to the source. You've returned to the beginning, but at a higher octave. Okay, so when we look at 0 through 9, even looking at tarot symbolism, 8 and 9, which putting that together gives us 17 star energy. Oh my God, God, you are just so amazing. So 8 and 9, it's the maturity. 0, 8, and 9 actually have a very unique frequency. Okay, so it's the maturity, it's the fullness. And 9 it represents completion, right? 8 represents karma, discipline, endurance, repetition, right? It's something happening all over again. When you look at the 8, it looks like 2 zeros stacked. We can see it in the shapes, we can see it in the pictures. If we actually use our eye and also introduce our logic to that, it actually makes a lot of sense. So 1 through 7, it's the fullness of differentiation within the universe. So if 8 and 9 is basically a higher octave of 0 and 1. Oh my God, Lord, you are just so beautiful. It's a higher octave of 0 and 1, right? Then let's just omit those and look at the letters for foundational numerology. You can check this out at my Etsy store. I'll link it in the description box below. Thank you so much to all of my supporters of the House of Rest. Now, why does this matter? This is very important so that we can become more conscious creators, so that we can understand our source, so we can understand ourself, right? Let's go ahead and map a couple words, because I was looking at self earlier, okay? S, E, L, and F. Now, according to Pythagorean numerology, this would give a different energetic signature. But with foundational numerology, looking at the alphabet according to 1 through 7, which is the fullness of differentiation, then what does self map out to? And I pretty much remember it by heart, so I can tell you that S is a 5. Interesting how they look very similar. The E is also a 5. The L is also a 5. And the F is a 6. So we have 5, 5, 5, and 6. Now, what's interesting, I'm just going to go a little bit deeper into this numerological principle right now. I feel like I almost shouldn't, but we're going to go ahead and do it. So I like to group things in twos. Let's think about coordinates, right? 2 by 2, Noah's Ark, 0, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9. There's something looking at things as a pair, because nothing is never on its own, but looking at things as a pair, adding them up to its fullness, and then also reducing. So let's go ahead and look at that a couple different ways. So 5, 5, 5, and 6. So we have 55 here plus 56. Now this actually would give us what? 111. I mapped this earlier, so I understand that this equals to 111, right? 50 and 50 plus 11 would give us 111. So you could look at it as 111. Okay. If you add up the fullness of the numbers and you would count them by twos and then add up the sum. Okay, that's a very interesting way to look at it. I hope my mic is okay with my hair. So we have 111. We also have 555, devil energy, plus the 6. 15 plus 6 would give us 21. The world card, completion of the cycle, fullness. Oh, come on now. Our self, yourself, myself, the self, fullness. 111 or 21. And then also 5, 10, 15. I mean, it's still the same thing. Yeah, so it still would give you 21 or 111, which the overall energy is 3. Trinity, the triplicity, emergence. This is how I'm really working on not, because it's almost like metaphysical claims. It's like I can't say certain things as if I'm like, I don't know, whatever. I have to like continue to be able to prove it. But in my wording, okay, 1221 on the counter, I just love that. In my language, from my perspective, this is how God is showing up. It's like 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights. It's like it's getting fuller. It's getting brighter. This is the brightest. This is the brightest star, if you will. And then I just want to go ahead and connect as well. When you put the shapes together, if you put 33, Christ consciousness, but if you put them together as far as their shapes, if you put them together, you would get an 8. First of all, you have W and M. Very, very interesting here. WW. I mean, everything. God is like, you have to look at it from a different perspective. It's never just one way. It's never just one thing. You have to be able to look at things from multiple different perspectives to be able to see the truth of something. And truth, I believe, is represented in 0 and 5, because there's something about that. Look at how 0 and 0, it matches up. Okay. 15, 5 and 15, it's the 5, it's in the same position. Okay, so that's how you see the truth of something. Very, very interesting. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop here. So this is me explaining why I have categorized foundational numerology as a foundation of numerology, which is why I decided to call it that. And this is why, because 7 is the fullness of differentiation within the universe. Okay, so we're going to continue to explore these concepts with the House of Rest. We mapped out one word today. Another interesting word that I mapped was the word bat. Why that's been coming up lately. Y'all know Batman without a Batmobile. Catch me on Royal Blue Tarot if you're interested in tarot. Bat, B-A-T. B is a 2, A is a 1, T is a 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Lucifer, son of the morning, the light bearer. Oh my gosh, the 9, the good shepherd, the one who will lose its life to save the one sheep, who will leave the 99 just for the one. The 9 is such this beautiful anomaly. I just freaking love it. I could do this all day. So check out foundational numerology if you want to map your name, map your street, map words, okay? God said, delight yourself in my word. And what are words? They're freaking numbers, okay? Numbers and letters are the same thing. Anyway, letters and notes, music. Oh my goodness, there's just so many things. God is just so beautiful. My name is Courtney. This is the House of Rest. Check out Foundational Numerology on my Etsy shop. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, share it with someone else who likes to nerd out like us. I am sending you so much love, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.